Does a state that is built on ethnic cleansing have the right to self-defence? No. Does a regime based on apartheid have the right to self-defence? No. Does a regime that is based on the murderous, brutal occupation of another people and their land have the right to self-defence? No. But who does have the right to self-defence? Who does? The Palestinian people have the right to resist and fight back against apartheid, against occupation.
Taoiseach, it is very obvious to everybody who's being honest that Israel is engaged in a genocidal massacre in Gaza. So I want to ask you, why do you say they're defending themselves when they're clearly involved in a genocidal war to destroy the Palestinian people? And I want to ask you again, I asked you this before, does a regime built on ethnic cleansing, apartheid and illegal occupation have the right to defend itself? I say it doesn't have the right to defend itself. The people who have the right to defend themselves are the people who are the victims of apartheid, illegal occupation and ethnic cleansing. It's the Palestinians who have the right to defend themselves, and they are the oppressed. Israel is the aggressor. Why won't you honestly admit that is the truth of this horrific situation? Because Israel is not a normal state, and a state that is built on ethnic cleansing, that is built on apartheid, that is built on day in, day out, killing Palestinians with impunity, has no right to self-defence. None. You don't have the right to defend an illegal occupation. You don't have the right to defend apartheid. You don't have the right to defend years of ethnic cleansing. The only people who have the right to defend themselves are the Palestinians.
And that means not just words. We want action. There has to be sanctions. There has to be accountability. The impunity of Israel must end, and that means Micheál Martin must expel the Israeli ambassador. Israeli ambassador. But I just want to conclude my remarks by saying this. It's not just about the ambassador. We're going to start with that. We begin with that. And if somebody in the Dáil does not bring that motion in front of the Dáil, we did it a few weeks ago, they voted against it. We will make sure it gets on the agenda of the Dáil in the next couple of weeks. And we want thousands and tens of thousands to be outside the Dáil. And we want to see people vote with the Palestinians by voting. But we must go beyond that. We want complete boycott, complete divestment, complete sanctions. The apartheid, no apartheid state, any more than South African apartheid, had any place in the company of civilized nations. They have no place. They have no right to defend apartheid. They have no right to defend ethnic cleansing. They have no right to defend occupation. The people of Palestine have the right to resist all of those things. And we need to stand with them. And I was talking today with scholars. We were at a meeting organised by the Rohingya people. The Rohingya people, also victims of a genocidal attack in Myanmar. And today they organised an online international rally for Palestine and for Gaza. And there was a speaker from Gaza, an academic, along with other academics who are specialised, including Jewish academics, who specialised in genocide. and they said that this is a textbook example of genocide, the dehumanization of the Palestinians. And they pointed out, particularly the academic from Gaza, he said, this is unique. We have seen terrible genocides in history, in the Congo, of the Armenian people, of the Nazi Holocaust against the Jews. And this is another episode in that dark history of genocides now being perpetrated against the people of Gaza.
That the Israeli regime is not a legitimate actor or a normal state. It is a terrorist state, it is an apartheid state, it is a state that has been built from its inception on the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians, of the establishment of an apartheid system, of the day in, day out ethnic cleansing of Palestinians, theft of Palestinian land, illegal occupation, denial of the most basic rights to the Palestinians, and ongoing war crimes, crimes against humanity, and violations of international law.
I believe Israel has the right to exist. Israel was established by the United Nations, was established in accordance with international law, and Israel has the right to exist. I hope you'll agree, and I hope you'll say that in your follow-up response.
The problem here is that I do not believe that an apartheid regime has the right to exist anywhere. I do not believe that a regime that engages in ongoing, daily, weekly, monthly, ethnic cleansing of another group of people based on their race or ethnicity, which is what Israel is doing, has the right to perpetrate those crimes.